beautiful people, how are you all doing? I hope you're having a fantastic day. Welcome to my channel and welcome to my backyard vegetable garden. In today's video, we are going to take a tour of the garden and see how the crops are doing. It is the end of April and it is a good idea to just take stock of what you are working on, projects, goals at the end of every month, so that you can see how far you have come and what you need to do to make things better. If you're new to this channel, my name is YAJE, and kindly subscribe to follow me along my gardening journey. I have my basket right here so that we can harvest whatever that we find in the garden as we go along. So come with me. This part of the garden is plot 1. And I have a mix of veggies growing over here. That's what we do for backyard gardening. We try to maximize space. Let's find out what we have. Right here is water leaves. That is Talinum triangulare. I have them in these little pots. So as I go around the garden and as I find water leaves coming out, I just come and plant them right here. Some of them I planted as recently as last week. It's still trying to pick up, as you can see. It will pick up and look like what I just showed you over there. So I have water leaves. The intention at least is to have water leaves in these little pots in the cinder blocks right along the bed. And then here is bitter leaves. Yes, they are bitter and we use them as medicinal plants and they are edible as well. It's also known as ndole bitter leaves. I also have habanero peppers. I have 21 habanero peppers and counting as we speak. So you find them in cages. I have them caged because typically my habaneros grow very big. I don't know if you can see that right here. So it means that very soon I'm going to have peppers. So it's beginning to produce flowers and I'm excited about it. I just planted pumpkins on the 15th of April. One pumpkin there. My experience is you don't need more than 3 to 4 of these pumpkins in the garden. They take over the entire place. So next time we'll see how big this has become. So yeah, that's my pumpkin right here. I planted it here so it can have some place to go. This right here is red okra. You can see the stems are red and it produced a flower already. So this is going to be an okra plant right here. I did not plant this. It came up from the ground from last year. So I just left it right here. It should be taller than this, but we'll take it. I'll just leave it alone. This right here is okra from Cameroon. This is the Cameroon okra. It's almost producing fruit already. I don't know if you can see this, but the okra is about to produce flowers, which I am excited to see. So that's my okra from Cameroon. This right here is plot 2, over there plot 3, and then plot 4. In all plot 2, 3, and 4, I have garden huckleberry transplanted, or country njama, different varieties. In plot 2, we have the boya variety. They grow very tall. I need to harvest these. This is when I harvest, it will be like the first harvest. And then subsequently, we're gonna have like side stems. So the second harvest is like the best, but I will harvest these so that these shoots can have a chance to grow. And then over here is the bamenda. There's a slight difference. This is not as tall and the stems are different, the leaves slightly different, as opposed to over here we have the fumbot variety. These have like bigger and broader leaves, as you can see. Plot 5 is this long raised bed over here made out of wood. I bought the wood raised bed from Walmart.com and assembled it myself. And in the raised bed, guess what I have? More garden huckleberries. My goal this year is to have enough garden huckleberry to enjoy every single week if I choose to. This is the garden huckleberry I transplanted just a couple of days ago, so it is yet to pick up. I also have cocoyams, taro roots growing in here. And here I threw some seeds. This is the fumbon jam, so I can now tell from the shape of the leaves. And we have sweet bitter leaves there as well, which I need to transplant. Now let's go look at what we have in the containers, because I'm doing a lot of container gardening this year as well. Okay, so here, peppers. Told you I have 21 pepper plants. This is red ghost peppers, which I pruned a couple of days ago. And in the container, just so that I'm maximizing space, I have onions that I planted as well. So I have onions in here. And here is peppers again, but these are papa's peppers. These came from Cameroon, from Binka. My dad gave them to me and I started them from seeds. So I'm so proud of these peppers right here. It's in this container, papa's peppers, more papa's peppers, and more papa's peppers. So I have like maybe 6 in the big grow bag containers of papa's peppers, all interspersed or interplanted with onions. You can see this, but onions. Okay. Peppers. These are habanero peppers. I did cut off the top, and we have new shoots coming out from the sides. And I have a pest problem. This is probably snails, more habaneros, and even more habaneros. Now I don't know why this is green and this are yellowish. Same soil I use, but this one looks a whole lot healthier than the rest of them. More habaneros, and I planted them in buckets, as you can see, cat litter buckets. And in here I have ghost peppers, red ghost peppers, and the leaves are kind of curly. Overwatering, that's what it is. I think I've been watering it too much, so I'm just going to let this dry off. I think it's overwatering, causing the leaves to curl up like that. I nursed, I believe this is thyme. I swear to God, I labeled this. It's thyme. Thyme on the 6th of April. We have parsley. It's parsley over here. More ghost peppers in containers. In my styrofoam containers, I have country cabbage, or the brassica wrapper. The seeds I nursed just last week. I nursed the seeds on the 21st and they're out already. A lot of you have been asking me about updates on the ugu, which I planted in these same containers. So as you can see, nothing has come up yet, but I'm not giving up hope. There's something in here that will come up. By the time I give you the next update, I will have ugu coming out of these containers. It's a humongous seed. It's going to take a while for that seed to break out of dormancy. Moving right along, in my grow bags, my containers, here I have basil. I nursed the basil from seeds. It's doing very well, needs to be transplanted. As you can see, it's my basil doing quite well. Then over here is celery. I started the celery from seeds as well. Here is rosemary. I was imagining that I would get humongous strawberries, but this is all it's producing. and I'll take it. So these are my strawberry plants, which I am proud of. So let's call this my strawberry harvest for today. And even more peppers. Ghost pepper, ghost pepper, ghost pepper, ghost pepper, ghost pepper. And in here I have bitter leaves that I am experimenting in containers. Another ghost pepper. But here is sweet bitter leaves, which I have the seeds for sale. If you want sweet bitter leaf seeds, be sure to contact me. See, this one I nursed on the 12th. And it's already this big. Okay, so they do come out. And that's the bitter leaves that I experimented in container. You can see it's doing quite well already. So right here we have star zucchini ngala. That's how I refer to her. She's the plant coming out of my single seed challenge. Single seed challenge is just when you plant one single seed and follow the life cycle of that seed. So you're going from the seed to the end of its life cycle, just tracking the journey. So I selected the zucchini plant, which was after a failure. I've already shared videos on that before. But here is star zucchini, and it has produced a couple of flowers. So proud of myself. Should be having zucchinis soon. So yeah. Right here is another pumpkin that I sowed directly into the soil on the 15th of April. Turns out these pumpkins don't like to be cultivated in containers. I tried to cultivate one in a container and it didn't do too well, so that's why I'm restarting in the ground. The seeds for this pumpkin was sent to me by Colette. They are pumpkin this, so I planted it right here to give it some space to crawl along the fence. That's my pumpkin. So now let's go to the other side of the garden, the west side. This right here is plot 6. Plot 6 is along the fence. I have it like the beds we have in Cameroon. It's raised, but there's no barrier. So let's go right to the end and start from there. Plot 6 has corn, which I am experimenting over here. This area does not receive a lot of sunlight, but I'm hoping that because the corn grows tall, it will get to a place where it can get enough sunlight to do well. Here is lemongrass. It almost died because of that deep freeze, but it's coming back because I was trying to make use of space. I added some conchinjamanjama. I didn't know where to put it. I didn't want to throw it away. So yeah, the conchinjamanjama is right here as well. I just transplanted these, and more bitter leaves, bitter leaves, bitter leaves, and bitter leaves. I propagated this from stem cuttings, as you can see. This was also from stem cuttings. The bitter leaves. This is bitter leaves that I had, but I think because of the deep freeze, this one is dead. Nothing is coming out of the ground yet. So I had these from last year. I was expecting something to come out of the ground, as in this case. So I don't know if these are completely dead or not, but I'll just wait. So that's plot 6 along the fence. In plot 7, I had nursed some conchinjamanjama. This is where I nursed the garden huckleberry before moving it over there where I've already showed you. But I gave away a bunch of the transplants, like to 4 different gardens across Houston, and I still had so much for myself. Then this is plot 8. These stems I just transplanted a couple of days ago. It's still trying to pick up, as you can see. So that's the Bamenda type, and this is like the Fumbod variety. You can see this is more than ready for harvesting. See how big the leaves are. So this is Fumbod variety in plot 8. This year, I'm messing around with starting a bunch of seeds. Honestly, it's becoming like an obsession now, but I love the experiment. So I have a nursery over here, and then I even have a greenhouse over there, and then I have another nursery over there. I'm gonna show you. Let's start with this one right here. All right, let's start with these 3 boxes. In these 3 boxes and in the nursery bags, I nursed. Can you guess? Before I tell you, can you guess what this is? I'm experimenting with pawpaw this year, and guess what? It took 1 month, an entire month, for the pawpaw seeds to come up. So I'm telling you, when you grow a seed, you have to be very, very patient. Here, I nursed okra. Some came up, it's doing fine. This one had insect troubles. There's something coming up at night and just eating on my okra. Here is bitter leaves. I harvested the bitter leaves from the other side and saved the stems, and trying to propagate from the stems. Now let's walk over to nursery number 2, my greenhouse that I assembled last week. In the greenhouse, let's find out what we have in here, which I should take out and have it get some sun. Okay, let me show you what it is first, but I'll take it out. So in here we have water leaves, and I think this is something else, probably greens as well. You know, when you get these seeds, it's a bunch of other things, but these tiny ones are definitely water leaf seeds. Here is water leaves as well, coming out. Okay, I try to take these out to drink some sunlight, direct sunlight, and put it right here on the table, have it drink some sunlight. In here a bunch of, you guessed it, peppers. My son and I started these peppers on Sunday. I'm going to share the videos, but we bought the seeds from Pepper Joe's. This is Carolina Reaper, Yellow Ghost. This was something else. Well, I have it written down, I'm gonna remember. And this is another pepper. And then these are garden eggs from Cameroon that my daughter started. I'm making everyone plant at least 1 seed. Down here, there's nothing happening yet. That's the guava that I'm experimenting with. Nothing yet, just being patient. And then here is what is it, soursop. I put soursop seeds in here on the 12th. Nothing yet. So again, we'll just be patient. Moving right along to the other nursery. So it's protected from the elements, as you can see. It's my other nursery. This one has something which I did not label. Thought I knew what I was doing, but I didn't label it, so I don't know what is in there. Nothing is coming out yet. Or is something coming out? I see something. I see something right here. I also see something right here. Huh. We'll find out what that is. Mystery plant. And then in here, more water leaves just coming up. Even more water leaves. And the water leaves in here is drying up. Okay. This is how I water this. See, it has a hole at the bottom. I'm just gonna sit it here and have it absorb water. Then I'll take it out. That's how I water my plants. Here is more water leaves. More water leaves. Okay. Now, in here is bitter leaves. I'm so happy about this because the seeds look very funny. In fact, I had to ask my mom, like, Mom, are these gonna germinate? She said yes. And then over here is also bitter leaves. Vernonia amygdalina, the ones that the seeds are like feathers almost. I didn't know they will come up, but they're coming up. And here is the anchia. This is where I've been getting the anchia to go and plant in the garden. This one, there's no bug eating this, but when I take it to the garden, something eats away at it. So maybe I need to plant the anchia in containers. And last but not the least, more anchia. Something is coming out. And here is moringa. I planted moringa. My husband gave me one single moringa seed and I put it in here. So far nothing. It's been over a month. I've not lost hope. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please, if you did, give it a thumbs up, share the video. Let's chat in the comment section below. Thank you all for your support and remember to grow something for me. Until next time, bye.